Okay, Joe Scarborough may be a media guy, but he's also a former congressman. He's a smart guy. He knows how government, it works. He understands how America works, and he probably has a good guess about how Israel works. And he gave Minister Nir Barkat, a really hard time, asking him a simple question. Why is it that the government of Israel was supporting and sending money to the Hamas?
Why did Benjamin Netanyahu, knowing that their charter said that they were to kill Jews and eradicate Israel, why would any leader of Israel work to fund that organization to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars and work with Qatar to fund Hamas?
Why was it sending money to the Hamas? Says Joe to Nir Barkat. It's like, if you guys have such a great intelligence organization, the intelligence gathering abilities, why didn't you know that there's going to be this attack? In the meantime, you're funding these people. And Nir Barkat, I got to say, he really balked. He really missed an opportunity to say the truth and clear the air.
In some cases, 13 hours. Where was Benjamin Netanyahu? Where was the IDF? Where were the defense forces over those 12, 13 hours while the worst slaughter of Jews since the Holocaust was unfolding within 40, 50 miles of Netanyahu?
Let me answer you. We will investigate that. We were caught by surprise. And there are many faults.
Let me ask you
both
this.
of the army and the government.
How could you be caught by surprise? How could you be caught by surprise when you had Hamas's plans for a year? Netanyahu had Hamas's terror attacks for a year. Why didn't they act on it?
These faults will be uncovered, and there are many challenges, and we will investigate everything. Honestly, believe me, everyone in Israel, right, left, we all want to go down to to investigate, have deep investigations on this issue, okay? But this is not the time. Right now, we have to focus on winning the war. With all due respect, this is not the time to interrogate and ask these questions.
He could have said the truth. The truth is that the government of Israel has been paying our enemies for a long time. They created the Palestinian Authority so that they would govern a piece of land that has people that Israel is afraid to deal with, it doesn't want to deal with. It doesn't want to police the Arabs of Judea and Samaria, so-called Palestinians, the Arabs of Gaza. So they created the Palestinian Authority, and then Hamas came along as well. But instead of crushing those guys and saying, no, we're going to govern this land, and we're going to deal with those minorities, those people, we're going to figure out a way to give them decencies and rights, but crush the jihad from our land. No, instead they created these organizations and fed them. And then, in the meantime, while these organizations were preparing to do jihad, and we did have that intelligence, they were like, let's just appease them. Let's just give them some more land. Give them more money. They just want governance. If we give them like pools and food and a good life, then they'll get off the jihad track. They'll see reason. Right? And so this is called the conceptia here in Israel, the conception. That if you give away your land, which is a very anti-Middle East thing to do, you give your land to your enemies, you're like nobody. You're contemptible. Okay? Give away your land. Let other people rule them in horrible ways as well. In oppressive ways. The PA is oppressive. Hamas is oppressive. And you think they're going to calm down from jihadism? You think that they're going to be bought off by Western gifts? No. In your face did October 7th happen after you thought the Hamas was going to govern for you and you were going to pay them off. In your face it happened, and now it's time to breathe some air of truth. Nir Barkat, tell Joe Scarborough the truth. We sinned. We did an awful thing for all these years. We gave away our land and we paid others to rule. And in the meantime, they prepared to take away the rest of our land. And we didn't understand it. We were stuck in bad concepts, in the conceptia. We were stuck in those bad ideas. And we paid for them, and then we paid for it doubly on October the 7th. And we were wrong, and we sinned. We say in Hebrew, al chet. Strike against your heart and say, I was wrong, I was part of that evil. And now it's time to fix it. Now it's time to roll back those evil policies. Now it's time to destroy the Hamas and the jihad, to take that land, to hold on to it, and to govern it for the good of the Jewish people and for the good of the minorities that live there. It's time to roll the two-state solution back. It's time to stop paying terrorists to destroy other people, to rule other people in oppression, and then to prepare jihad against us. Say it, Nir Barkat. Say it. We were wrong. We sinned. Netanyahu sinned. We all sinned. It's time to get off that track. It's time to get back to health. And the first step towards health is to say the truth.